Leos. Hi fam. This is my tribe. This is it. This is the pride. It's the word I was looking for, pride. My Leos. I'm actually really excited to talk to you guys today. Because, I just sit there, with the energy, just kind of feel it, you know, on the larger scale, just kind of feel it out, feel what's going on with the Leo energy, and not just me personally, but all of us, right? Here are the words that came up that I wrote in all caps, just flew out of my hand. Just felt it so strongly, which is boss, beauty, glow, spotlight. There's a really strong energy going on here. Now, fixed signs this month are kind of going through a big revolution because Uranus is moving from Aries, which it has been in since 2011, I believe, into Taurus, right? And when you have these outer planets shift like that, there's always a different flavor to the atmosphere, right? For a while. And it's never just gonna like hard hit from day one, suddenly your life's gonna be a scramble. But Uranus, this revolutionary electric surprise planet, it rules Aquarius, your opposite sign, is moving into an energy that is about your 10th house. It's about your reputation. It's about how you push forward into the world. And I kind of love that this electric, wild energy is coming in to revolutionize how Leos use their leadership and their bright brilliance and their creativity and their intensity and their passion and their heart in this world. I mean, isn't that a great thing? I feel like there is something so, with the way that the world is, the things that are coming up, the big questions that have been coming up on the collective, what the world really needs are Leos with their warmth, with their softness and their kindness, to feel empowered to be and share that heart, right? I really think we need that. I always think what's really interesting about Leos is that the pop culture understanding of Leo is ego, right? And we've talked about this before. The pop culture understanding of Leo is ego. That Leos are these vain people who just want to be on top and have all the attention on them. And sure, there are Leos out there, sure, that maybe exhibit a lot of those signs. But quite honestly, the energies I know with myself and with other people I know, that is the last thing Leos are. Like, Leos are like, yeah, I gotta be this leader. That's what my role in this world is. I'm starting to shuffle because I'm getting really excited talking about this. And then I will talk about what's going on with some of the major things. But Leos are like, no, I gotta entertain people. I gotta step up to the spotlight and be a leader. Yeah, I have to do that. It's not because I'm sitting here like, oh, I look so good, I'm gonna be a leader. No, it's like, this is a calling. This is something I need to do. And it's true. We need Leos. We need them. We need the heart chakra sign, the beautiful sign that is about creativity and children and romance and heart and passion to be with us. Society needs Leos. And I just feel like, what I feel like though is that this intense glowing and power that's coming up is something that feels really good to Leos. It's not just the onerous, like, yeah, I have to be a leader, because that's what I was born into, to be a creator, to be an artist, to be a leader. But because you feel that you are fully embodied in your Leoness, in your beauty, in your gorgeousness. Taurus season, I really like Taurus season. It is rich. Is velvety. It is grounding. And I think Leos right now, you're craving a little bit of that. There's been a lot of amorphousness. There's been a lot of questions. There's been a lot of beginnings that fizzle out and disappear, and you're wondering where did that go? Like, I thought I was on the track, and then things have just fizzled. We were talking about before April, because April also had some really good energies for Leo, but we were talking about how things felt ephemeral. And so I think that haunting still from the past is still there, but there's something about this Taurus season that is really gorgeous, right? How Leos, when they step up on the stage and they like step up and they have that thing, I see it. I see it for Leos. It's strong. And even I was surprised when I sat down to just like feel it out. It's like, oh, okay. I like this. I like this side of Leo. So we have, Mercury's going into Taurus on the 13th, communicating what you want to be doing in this world. New moon in Taurus with Uranus moving into Taurus on the 15th. That day is going to be pivotal. The collective energy, the larger scale energy is just shifting. It's a new chapter. It's a new book. We're reading a different type of book, for the next little while here. And, that book has been getting set up for a little while. Saturn shifted over back in December and is getting kind of cozy there. And I said Saturn and like the devil card's right there, which is not one of your cards, but it was on the bottom. Saturn was setting up, Uranus is doing its thing. Mars is going into Aquarius on the 16th. So 15th, 16th is going to be kind of epic. Mid-May is going to be one of those times where because Mars is this passionate, action-driven, intense energy, right? And it's in your opposite sign of relationships and how you view yourself. So there's like an empowerment from there too. Like when you have intensity going on your opposite sign, it fuels you, right? And that's so great. And then as we head into Gemini season on the 21st, right? Like 11th house energy, friendships, your community, the larger context of your world is starting to get lit up. And finally, we have a full moon in Sagittarius on the 29th. That's 5th house energy for any Leo rising out there. I'm a Leo sun. But man, Sag, that energy works for me. And I think it works for a lot of Leos. And that full moon is just going to solidify what I've been feeling, which is this powerhouse, beautiful energy that is just all about Leos just being beams of light. And like I said, the world really needs us right now. The world really needs us. I know sometimes it feels kind of like an onerous burden to be the safe spot. To be the leader that others go to, and you're the safe spot. You're the kind spot. You're the soft spot that people can turn to, right? I know, it can get heavy. But there's something about you really enjoying this role and really feeling that it's natural to you and that it's not something you're just doing because you were born into it and it's just happened in your life over time. Much more that it feels good, it feels joyful. There are things supporting you here. I'm really curious. I'm turning these over. I was putting them out and, okay, there's a little bit of an adventure going on here, you all. And I'm really excited about it. There's an adventure going on here. Okay. But I'm glad that I have the energy of the spotlight and the boss, because when you're in your full power, it can attract some people who want some of the sparkly warmth. We've talked about this before. But here's the thing that I mostly see here. Okay, look at this. 3 of Swords, Temperance, Sag, and 10 of Cups. What a crazy combo, right? That's what I'm talking about with the clarity. Now, I'm getting my head wrapped around this. Leos. Okay. There is something about, we're leading into May with a Scorpio full moon. And Scorpio is an interesting energy with Leo. It tends to be very karmic in the sense of it tends to be an energy where we learn a lot of lessons. Leo energy learns a lot of lessons through Scorpio. And Scorpio has a really efficient way of highlighting our deepest hurts. For some reason, that's popping up. The 3 of Swords. You know what I get with it? Like, those swords that have been in you before. Speaking of the heart chakra sign, which is Leo. Leo rules the heart. Those times when you have been punctured and pierced by loss, it's a fuel. It's a fuel. Remember how in April we got the tower again? We got the tower a couple of times in a row. And I was like, oh, but you're now utilizing that as a asset, as a resource, rather than it happening to you, right? This is fuel. This is fuel. You understand. You understand. The efficiency with which Leos are working at this point in time is amazing. When somebody comes in and wants to do something like this, you can recognize it in about 5 seconds and shoo it away, right? And what's so great is the redirect. Like, truly the redirect. Boom, take the bounce. As Abraham Hicks says, take the bounce, right? Maybe you have a little interaction with somebody who's tried to do that to you before. Maybe you have a little moment where you just have a memory or a sad moment. You take the bounce and you head right into this territory. Sagittarius energy, right? Now, Sagittarius energy, yes, temperance in itself in the card, not just because it's Sagittarius, but temperance in and of itself is alchemy, right? Rebalancing, recalibrating, making something new. It's also about commitment. It's about committing to a new path, right? And the path you're committed to is one that is about safe spaces, one that is about joy. And really, like, when you think about the temperance angel there, calibrating, what is he calibrating? The awareness of what is opposite to what Leos want, which is getting stabbed in the heart, is allowing you to see the Ten of Cups and to bring it in. And there is something about that mirror effect between the lowest low and the highest high that is just forged in stone for you. You can parse through what path leads to this and what path leads to this in 5 seconds. Now, of course, there could be some of you with a Sagittarius in your life who's giving you mixed messages, right? That's possible. But I don't really see it that way. I think this is much more that this is a mini representation of the road, right? From the darkness we had while Saturn was in Sagittarius and while we were having these really heavy learning experiences. It's over. Bye. Okay, let's look at the next 3 cards. Because I will say this, I do see mischief makers kind of just running through the web a little bit in May. And like I said, when you are shining as, it's that rule. It's the rule that, you know, when somebody broke up with you a long time ago, and it doesn't even have to be about breakups, honestly, you guys, this can be about a lot of different things. But when, you know, somebody's broken up with you, you've moved on and you're feeling great. You know, you're feeling so good. You're not even thinking about that person. You got a new thing going on over here. You're looking great, even like working out, or you just are feeling good. You love your job. You love who you are. You love where you're going. You've made your plans. And then the phone rings, right? Yeah. This is that kind of thing where when you are this glowing, it tends to do this. So we have the Knight of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, right? Interesting mix. Interesting mix here. So, I mean, there's so much going on this month, you guys. It's like a parade of energies going on here because it's kind of what I get. You could be the Knight of Wands. You could be the Knight of Wands. You could be just dashing in for stuff, right? You are going for it. And I do think that's true. You're not wasting your time. You're not going to be holding, even though Leos are a fixed sign and they're used, you know, there's a lot of loyalty and you'll take the time to really live through an experience before you say, okay, I can't do this anymore. And you really take the time to do it. The Knight of Wands energy to me is that you're just willing to forge forward. It could be that you take a big step in your life, a big change. Really set, you know, for those of you that are tired of a job that you've been doing, or tired of a certain obligation you've been under, or tired of a person, or tired of a certain lifestyle. It's like this is the kind of energy where you take the jump. And this can also be about somebody coming in and trying to kind of weave their way into your story, right? And there being a little bit of uncertainty here. So 5 of Swords for me specifically, it's like you can take it as somebody who doesn't have the best intentions for you, obviously, like there's that vibe a little bit. However, it's also like just not knowing who's telling the truth, not knowing what's the truth. Like if you are wanting to make a big change in your life, you are wanting to play this role, there's a fear, there's a little worry. Being this bold, feeling this brightness, and then acting in that way after a time of like just hitting some walls over a long period of time, it can make you feel really like you don't have your safety equipment on. And then you've got to look over your shoulder and you're like kind of, uncertain. So the way to deal with this, whether this is about somebody coming in and trying to ruffle your feathers or making a big decision about your life, is to utilize the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups energy is intuitive, right? The Queen of Cups energy is, she doesn't make decision based on reactionary things or on analytical things or even on the practical on paper, right? Those are all the other elements. Queen of Cups does it via intuition, right? She does it through gut feeling, is what we call it, where you just know something. So listen to that. Listen to that. Anything that feels a little, maybe divert a little bit, right? Because people are going to want in on you. They just are. And you don't owe it to anybody to give them the warm flame if they're not coming in with some kind of understanding of you. They're not coming in with something to offer you. I always say, I am very protective of my fire anymore, because if you're not coming with a nice piece of wood or kindling, don't take that the wrong way, by the way, to put on the fire, to put on my fire, to give me some fuel so that I can warm you up, then what are we doing? You're just sitting here using my fire without tending to it, That can't be happening. That cannot be happening. Even if you're a big old bonfire and it seems like you're going to burn forever, bonfires need attention too, Last three cards here. Knight of Swords. Troublemakers, man. The Hermit and the Queen of Wands. There's trouble in the air, Leo. Like, these are great energies. You have so much good energy. You have like commitment cards. You've got passion. You got more passion. You got some characters showing up. But the one thing about these characters is like, they're rash, they're erratic, and you've got to parse through what's going on here. Quick moving energies like this, they can be totally authentic and real and really want to be a part of this, but they can also be a little selfish, a little brusque. They can kind of float in and out. They can say things in an instant and then float off in the breeze. There can be a lack of conscience with those energies. There can be, right? So you've got to parse through. It's like one of the big things. That's why the Queen of Wands is showing up, or Queen of Cups is showing up, is, which one is coming out? Which one of these are you feeling around these people, right? And it doesn't just have to be romance. This can also be about coworkers or people you're close to, or just even like choices you're making, right? You want to make sure you feel good about it. However, you're getting some messages in, man, because these knights are really wanting to connect with you, is what I'm getting. Really wanting to get in there and get some of your attention. They're like, Mars is in your opposite sign. The passion intensity is in your sign. You're getting some attention, right? Now, you might be dealing with Virgo. However, look at these two right here. The Hermit's been showing up so much. That internal gazing is really strong. And I really do think the reason the Hermit's showing up in general is because when there's a shift in the energy, like there will be on the 15th and the 16th of May, like a change in the setting, a change in the volume of the book that we're reading all together, there does need to be a pause. There does need to be integration. And I do also think with these knights showing up, there's almost a retraction. Cats We like to attract as much as extroverted energy is common in Leos. We are also we need our recharge time. And the Hermit to me is when you step back. And I think that's probably one of the wisest things. You know, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Hermit here. They step back. They feel it out. They make sure it's jiving with their physical body. You know, they check through. Is it pinging? Is it pinging in part? Is it giving me knots? Is it tensing up my neck? Do I feel sick to my stomach? Am I feeling like crying or like hiding out or like, not sure? You're going to want to check in with that. Or do you feel like hopeful and buoyant and excited? There's something telling me you're going to want to just check in with that, because I do think there are good intentions here. And it's kind of one of those funny things. It's like forks in the road everywhere. It's like one of these is probably really meaningful. Maybe both. I don't know. You know, these are great energies. They're just quick moving, and they can be rash and thoughtless sometimes. You just want to look out for you. Look out for you. So the last card here is the Queen of Wands. Hi, Leo. Boss. Boss. Ooh, I'm getting shivers. I'm getting shivers. You guys, oh man. So many shivers. Because this just brings me back around to what I was saying when I was writing down the message for Leos. You are the leader. You are the star. You are the sun. And yes, Leo and the sun, we all know this, right? But I mean, in May, the energy is one of this. Self-assuredness. It's the skill set that we have been practicing for about a year now. It's been about a year that we've been consistently practicing the sitting back and watching and allowing others to bring us what we need. You're running the show. You're seeing flashes of these different ways, right? You're seeing all these different things playing out, and like you almost don't have to do anything. Like people, you know what I'm seeing here? People are going to be showing their cards to you. Because when you have that kind of intense glow, it tends to inspire others to show their cards. And for some of you, that, like, seriously, there is like somebody being like, I really want to be in your life. I really want to do this project with you. I really want to be around you. And for some of you, it'll be somebody showing up and being like, oh, I missed you. And then you realizing, oh yeah, you're doing that thing. Mm-hmm. Keep on doing it. Good luck with that. You have so much self-respect and so much knowledge. Like you're sitting back. You're sitting back. You're watching this all unfold. Your goods are being delivered this month. And there may be some like, oh, I didn't want to see that. But just hold your spot. Hold your center, because it's all gonna, in the end, it's all gonna come around for you. Don't forget, you've got the 10 of Cups at the base of your reading. And Temperance. And you have these knights circling around. You do have some swords, right? You do have some swords. And it's possible, that you could like reconnect with some of these energies that ping at this. But it's not a big deal. That's what's so cool about it. It's like, whatever. There's so much power in Leo this month. I can't get my head around it. I'm so excited. I'm very intrigued to see what this will bring up for my Leo pride. I would love to work with you guys. My May calendar's pretty full. So right now, if you go to my website, which I will leave in the description box, you can book for June. But I'm also going to do a handful of pre-recorded readings that I'm hoping to get out in May. So email me, which I will also leave in the description box, if you would like one of those. I'd be happy to work with you. So check out my services there and my Instagram at @thesarahtarot. I love to see you over there. We have so much fun. And also check out PinkLune. my goddess in my life, my Taurus goddess friend. Speaking of Taurus season, I'm covered in amethyst from her. This is one of my favorite pieces. Check her store out, 15% off for you guys. I love my pride. I love us. And I'm so proud of all of the work we have done. And just seriously, it's going to be a little weird to be in the boss position and to watch other people stumbling over to be near you, but and to understand you and to want to be in your energy. It just doesn't have to be just romantic. I want to reiterate that this is not all just romantic. There is romance here, but it's going to feel a little weird, but you're going to like it. You're going to like it. I'll see you guys in June. Protect those hearts. They're the bonfires of the world, and we need you. We need you.